Before Egypt knew peace, before gods were worshipped in temples of gold, there was rage. Not human rage, but divine fury, born from the sun itself. When mankind turned against the gods, Ra did not answer with words. He answered with fire, claws, and blood. From his burning eye, he unleashed Sekhmet, the lioness goddess of war. She did not walk the earth, she hunted it. Cities fell silent under her roar, rivers ran red beneath her paws, and fear spread faster than death. Sekhmet was not mercy, she was punishment. She was the living will of the sun, sent to erase chaos by becoming something far more terrifying. This is not the story of a gentle goddess. This is the story of Sekhmet, the unstoppable warrior of Egypt, born from rage, feared by gods, and powerful enough to nearly end humanity itself. Ra was the first ruler of the world, the living sun who brought light, order, and life itself. From his throne in the sky, he watched over humanity, expecting reverence, balance, and obedience. But as generations passed, humans forgot their place. They whispered rebellion, mocked the gods, and questioned the authority of the sun. Ra, ancient and weary, felt betrayal burn hotter than the desert noon. And so, he did not descend himself. Instead, he tore a fragment of his own divine power from his being, the Eye of Ra, a force not meant to reason, but to judge. From that blazing essence, Sekhmet was born. She descended upon the earth like a living catastrophe. Where Ra illuminated, Sekhmet annihilated. Her roar shattered cities, her claws cut through flesh and stone alike, and her presence turned fields into graveyards. Humanity fled, but there was no hiding from the sun's wrath. Sekhmet did not distinguish the guilty from the innocent. All who stood beneath the sky were enemies. Each battle fed her hunger, each scream deepened her bloodlust. The more she destroyed, the stronger she became, until the goddess no longer fought for justice, but for the ecstasy of slaughter itself. Even the gods grew afraid. Sekhmet's rage had slipped beyond control. She drank blood as if it were water, and the earth trembled beneath her endless hunt. Ra realized too late that the weapon he had created could erase not only chaos, but creation itself. Humanity stood on the edge of extinction, and the sun god faced a terrible truth. Sekhmet would not stop, even at his command. Desperate, the gods devised a deception. At dawn, they poured vast quantities of beer across the land and dyed it red with ochre, turning it into an ocean of false blood. When Sekhmet returned to the battlefield, she saw only what she desired most. She drank deeply, again and again, until the fire within her dulled. The goddess staggered, her fury softened, and for the first time since her birth, she slept. When she awoke, the madness was gone, and with it, the endless killing. From that moment, Sekhmet's nature changed. She did not lose her power, but it was transformed. The same force that once spread death now held dominion over disease and healing. The goddess who could unleash plagues also possessed the knowledge to cure them. Priests prayed to her not only for victory in war, but for protection from illness, for restoration, for balance. Sekhmet became a living paradox. The lioness who destroys to preserve order, the healer whose mercy is born from unimaginable violence. She stood as a reminder carved into stone and memory. That divine power is never gentle by nature, and that balance is maintained not through kindness alone, but through fear, restraint, and respect. Sekhmet did not vanish into legend. She remained, watching, waiting. A goddess whose rage once nearly ended the world, and whose calm now keeps it alive. In the end, Sekhmet was never meant to be destroyed, nor tamed. She was meant to remind the world of Ma'at, the fragile balance that holds existence together. In the eyes of ancient Egypt, order was not kindness, and peace was not weakness. Balance was born from tension, from the constant struggle between creation and annihilation. Sekhmet stood at that threshold, where life and death touch, where mercy exists only because destruction is possible. She was the embodiment of divine femininity in its rawest form. Not gentle, not submissive, but absolute. Her power did not come from compassion alone, but from the capacity to end everything. And it was this truth that made even the gods tremble. For if a goddess born from Ra's own essence could slip beyond control, then no power in the universe was truly safe from imbalance. To the ancient Egyptians, Sekhmet was not a monster to be feared blindly, but a force to be respected deeply. She taught that chaos cannot simply be erased. It must be confronted, understood, and contained. Through her rage, humanity learned humility. Through her calm, they learned survival. She healed because she knew how to destroy. She protected because she had once hunted without mercy. Sekhmet remains a warning carved into eternity. When Ma'at is broken, the gods will answer, not with whispers, but with fire. And when balance is restored, it is never free of blood, sacrifice, or fear. For in the world of the ancients, peace was not the absence of violence. It was the silence that followed the storm.